Stephen A. is about to have a heart attack. Look how much he's holding back what he wants to say. Look at him.
The slightest thing that you say that is deemed remotely offensive could get you fired, could get you cut, could get you suspended, etc. And as a result of it, that's what leads to the discomfort. Because if I sit here, if I'm an NFL player, Skip, dare I say, and let's be clear here. We have to go here. I'm uncomfortable with it, but we have to go here. If I'm in a locker room and I am a player and I feel uncomfortable being in the locker room with Michael Sam, if I say something like that, who knows what kind of trouble I'm going to get into. If I sat there and said, you know what, I'm an animal lover. I really don't appreciate what Michael Vick did. I'm not getting in any trouble. There's no trouble. There's no problem. You may not like it, but I'm not getting in any trouble. How can you not understand the difference in that, Skip?
Your points are irrelevant to this discussion of distraction versus distraction.
How?
Do you agree that Michael Vick, the first day he walked onto the football field for the Philadelphia Eagles after he left prison, was he not a media-fueled distraction? Media-fueled, not locker room fueled. Media-fueled.
I agree.
That's all Tony's saying here.
It's
media-fueled, okay? Michael Sam will, in some way, shape, or form, and to some degree, be a media-fueled distraction, at least for a while, for that locker room, because they will all be asked, how is Michael doing? How is the other players will be driven a little crazy having to answer Michael Sam questions. That's the only point here. It's not about one versus the other.
No, it's not. It's not, Skip. Here's why. Because you're thinking, I'm with you, Skip, on the media attention being comparable. What I'm saying to you, however, is that what you're missing is it's not just the media attention. It's about the fact that you're in a danger zone because the questions that are asked of you about Michael Vick couldn't necessarily get you fired. This, with Michael Sam, could. That's the fact here. You can't escape that. You can't. If the media is bombarding players.
I get it. I don't want to debate to what degree a distraction Michael Sam will be versus to what degree Michael Vick was. But I just want you to acknowledge that they were both distractions to whatever degree. So Tony Dungy needs to clarify his position here. If that's the only issue he has with Michael Sam, why didn't he have the same issue with Michael Vick? Distraction.
I am more than willing. I got you. I am more than willing to acknowledge that both are a distraction. But I am trying to tell you, you can't ignore the palpable difference between the distractions because of the potential repercussions that exist. How can you compare the two? I might say something about Michael Vick, you might not like it, but this might get me fired. How do you ignore that?
Okay, but that's
ignore the fact that if you say
to this
one
discussion.
Thing, you could get fired? It's not irrelevant.
Okay,
it's very relevant.
It's
and that's where you and I disagree.
It's just distraction versus distraction.
It's extremely relevant. It's extremely relevant. Because that's why we're having this discussion. Tony Dungy was in trouble yesterday, 2 days ago. He was in trouble. Who was in trouble because of Michael Vick? We talking about this who? We gotta really play that game. We gotta play that game, Skip. We gotta act like Tony Dungy wasn't compelled to come out and give a statement of clarification, or else we gotta act like that wasn't true. That's what you're gonna sit here and do with a straight face?
What are you talking about? I mean, do you think he was in danger of being fired?
Tony Dungy had to come out and clarify. Tony Dungy didn't come out and
the crux of the criticism yesterday was over Michael Vick, and he does not talk about Michael. I have the whole statement here. There's not one mention of the Michael Vick episode. Okay, so that was it.
Tony Dungy didn't clarify his statements about Michael Sam, the article written in the Tampa Tribune. If he didn't clarify his position on that, it would have been, the controversy would have continued to swell. Are we going to deny that?
Maybe. I don't know. I mean that. All really? I know is he did clarify the position. You're ignoring the most obvious part of this whole discussion. So I'm going to have to just agree to disagree. You don't want to deal with it, so I can't.
Fine.
I'm trying. You don't want to.
Dealing with it.
Next question.
I think you're not dealing with it. I'm not running. Nobody's backing up. Hold on, Terry. Nobody backing up from you. I'm right here. I said my position. My position is clear. Just because you don't want to accept it, don't accuse me of running.